Hi, I'm Casal Joy G. Laguda, and I'm going to discuss about my topic report about work shadowing. But first, I am going to discuss about outsourcing because work shadowing is part of outsourcing. What is outsourcing? Outsourcing is the business practice of hiring a party outside a company to perform services and create goods that traditionally were performed in-house by the company's own employees and staff. Outsourcing occurs when a business hires an outside vendor, a third party to handle a specific job within their company. Any business that works with a third party instead of hiring their own staff to do specific jobs internally, simply outsourcing. Example, when a company uses a third call center in the Philippines as their call answering services, that is called outsourcing customer service. There are many big companies who outsource their business, such as Nike, Apple, and many more. Many organizations now outsource the operation of specific business processes to external services providers, which is referred to as BPO, Business Process Outsourcing. At a transition phase in BPO, the providers need a comprehensive and in-depth understanding of the target business domain. There are many types of the business process. Most of them are often undocumented. A common way to discover business processes is shadowing. Example is observing system operators work. If providers observe all the types of business processes, it is costly and time-consuming. An important part of the transition phase is to identify and understand the key business processes being outsourced. This can be costly and time-consuming, especially if shadowing is used. What is work shadowing? A work shadowing, the process of accompanying and observing someone at work in order to train or to obtain insight. Also known as job shadowing, work shadowing involves observing a professional in their job to gain a better understanding of the role. Work shadowing can be internship that helps students who may want to test their interest in career by finding out what happens in particular job day by day. The common example of this is a student or is interns, they able to serve how the employee does the job. Students look for work shadowing opportunities as a way to develop their skills and apply the knowledge they are learning in the coursework. Students also benefit from the real-world experience they can gain, which gives them professional experiences to remain competitive when seeking employment after graduation. What is the definition of work shadowing from business process outsourcing? Work shadowing is a term used for learning by doing activity of service provider personnel, generally done at the same location as current company performer. Later, I will discuss how this activity of service provider personnel works. When we say generally done at the same location as current company performer, this could be mean is onshore. Dito na pumapasok ang onshore and offshore. First, what is the meaning of onshore? Onshore refers to giving work to an organization in the same country you reside in. An onshore employee is working for the company located in the home country or region. Next is offshore. Offshoring involves getting work completed in a different country. An offshore employee is working under another company that are located in a foreign country, another faraway location, who have been assigned to the job by through outsourcing. And now I will discuss how does work shadowing works as an activity of service provider personnel. Here is the phases. Number 1, onshore personnel doing activity. Onshore personnel perform activity, conduct training. Service provider personnel observe how clients does the job. Maybe done at onshore location with service provider staff traveling. Maybe done at service provider location with onshore staff traveling. Service provider staff reviews documentation provided against actual activity done by onshore personnel. Changes in documentation are done. Resizing of required staffing may be negotiated at this point. Second is guided service provider network. Service provider performs the activity. Onshore personnel looks over and gives close guidance. Maybe then onshore at service provider sites. Completes 1 or 2 full cycles. If output is monthly, guidance is given for 2 months ends. If output is daily, guidance is given for a few days. Generally, 1 to 2 months of guided work. Third is go live. Service provider performs the activity independently. At service provider site performance, target in place and required. Changes in sizing or process to correct erroneous training provided by onshore. Now falls under change request process and governance. Need to closely monitor for a period of 3 months to ensure stable performance. And now, it's clear to us how does the work shadowing works for BPO or business process outsourcing. As I said earlier, a job or work shadowing is good and effective for students. This is a way to develop their skills and give them work experience by just observing a employee and apply the knowledge for the future or in their coursework. A job shadowing, not only student can benefit from this. Job shadowing is effective on the job training. Job shadowing is a type of the business employee job training in which a new employee or an employee desiring to become familiar with a different job follows and observes a trained and experienced employee. Job shadowing is also effective to retain your employees. Job shadowing programs can help retention by introducing potential career development opportunities for participants. When providing opportunities for promotion or skill development, these programs can help motivate employees to remain at your organization and be more fully engaged. Third is, job shadowing program is effective to target a skilled employee from your interns. Since more than 50% of interns return after graduation to the companies where they were interns, job shadowing can have a positive impact on the retention of college graduates and skilled workers in your community's workforce. Hi, I'm Cashel Joy G. Laguda, and I'm going to discuss my case study about Fusion BPO company work shadowing. Overview of the company. Fusion BPO Services is a premier business process and outsourcing firm. They are known in the BPO industry as an economical call center services provider. They are in the business for over a decade now, and their headquarters are based in Montreal, Canada. They have call centers in Canada, India, and the Philippines. They provide all kinds of call center services like lead generation, telemarketing services, and customer services. Along with web marketing and development services, they have a global clientele and offer round-the-clock services to businesses. Perspective. This study is about to explore the issues arises in the Fusion BPO company and how they handle the issues happen after conducting a work shadowing program they offer on the students. In this study, we choose to use the Fusion BPO call center located in Cebu because they are the one of the companies that offers a work shadowing program in any school for students or interns that near to them. The main focus of this study is to explore and get to know more about work shadowing and also to know how it works and its impact in the company. The work shadowing program of Fusion Company is an offer for students or interns who may want to test their interest in a career by finding out what happens in a particular job day by day. Most of the data gathered in this case study were researched and some were improvised. Time context. Fusion BPO Company, their call center services here in the Philippines were established in Cebu since 2004. In 2010, work shadowing is become their way to train their new hires or employees. In this new way of training makes the manager facilitated their tasks or work to train their new employees. It also helps for the trainee to learn to perform a specific job by just observing the employee or the staff how they does the job. In 2012, they started to offer work shadowing program for students to give them opportunities that want to learn about doing a job that they don't have experience in. Their very first paid interns are from the University of Cebu and STI Cebu. But then their program was failed after the problems that experienced by their first interns inside their company. In 2013, from this school did not accept their offers or letting their student to have a work experience in their company. Current situation that leads to the problem. In 2012, the Fusion Company started to offer a work shadowing program for students in different schools that near to them. In the March of 2012, the Fusion Company hired their very first paid interns from the University of Cebu and STI Cebu. Within 3 months of their interns working within their company, they have encountered some problems, especially between the interns and their employees, that it leads to misunderstanding. That such a problem is inevitable because their employees have personal work to do and do not have time to guide their interns. But the goal of their program is to guide and assist their interns. But these are not the problems have encountered by their interns. In 2030, from this school, they never return to their company for work shadowing, and they do not accept their offers again. Statement of the problem. The problem lies in having a conflict between interns and employees, and other which also cause the problem. The basic needs are the company should find out where the problems begin and then create new plans or ways just to make your company better. The company should reorganize or upgrade their job shadowing program. Next, we have 3 alternative courses of action. First is maintain the previous work shadowing program. Advantages: management and employees does not have to make adjustment. Second, already know the flow of this program. Third, already know how to handle and manage this program. It will save your time. Disadvantages: people perspective about the issues will not change, and that may affect the image of company. Second, negative feedback will spread out. The second is reorganize or upgrade the work shadowing program. Advantages: it will improve efficiency. Second, interns will have a good experience. Last, for satisfied interns and students. Its disadvantages: need make some adjustment for management and employees. It can be costly. It will consume a lot of time. The last is conduct a 1-day seminar for your interns before they start. Advantages: it will save your employees time to guide their interns because your interns already know their works. Second, little work for them. They can complete project work and increase your organization's productivity. No more many questions from your interns because they can be independent doing their works. Disadvantages: it will consume a lot of time and it can be costly. Conclusion: based on the results of the data, the researcher found that reorganizing a work shadowing program of Fusion Company would find easy and effective to solve the issue. Finding out where the problem begins makes you to find a new way just to avoid these problems. Reorganizing the program is the answer for your successful work shadowing program. Reorganizing or making a new plans and strategies for your programs will make your program get better because sometimes the plans you made before does not mean that should be enough to use for your program. Having a better plan for your program, the interns and the employee will have a good relationship that will also benefit for them, especially to your company. Conducting a work shadowing program is not always for the sake of your company. And what matter is, we always think the situation of the both sides, if this could be harm or not, and how can we all benefit from this. And that will be all. Thank you.